As the boats head out for the final, there's the Miller American awaiting the Budweiser. And wait a minute, they're having troubles getting it started. The crew has gone out in a chase boat trying to find out what the problem is. Bernie Little can't believe it. He's got a date with the Miller out there in the final, and it may not happen. Here are the drivers in the final. Milner Irvin in the Frank Kenney Unlimited. Steve Reynolds in the Miss 711. Andy Coker will be substituting for Ron Snyder in the Holset Miss Madison. Ron not up to it. Still the injuries causing problems. Tom DeEath and the Squire shop. He's had a couple of great starts today. Chip Hanauer and the Miller American, the defending national champion, and of course the national point leader now, the Budweiser's Jim Kropiell. Here's Andy Coker heading out in the Holset Miss Madison right now. Let's see if we can talk with Ron Snyder, see what condition he's in. Gonna call it a day, huh, Buzz?
Yeah, there's some areas that's hurting that I don't want to mess up anymore than what's already messed up, so.
Is your shoulder okay?
Yeah, it is in the shoulders. It's more down in the kidney area, and, you know, we can't do without the kidney, and I don't want to take a chance with it.
Well, you gave it a heck of a shot.
Well, you know, a couple bad bounces that last time showed me, hey, Snyder, you're not as healed as much as you think you are, so.
Seattle, it's a week away. Is that too far to think about right now, or do you think you can make it by then?
No, I've been thinking about it. That's why I'm going to set out this final heat and stay over tomorrow and get in the whirlpool and heal up for the Seattle race.
On to the matter at hand. The final is here, but the Budweiser is not. This is the Squire shop. A legal start by all boats in the final. On the left is the Squire shop coming down. Oh, my, look how tight Tom DeEath took that turn. I don't know if he'll be called by the referees on that or not, but around the turn he goes in first place. Setting it up as they come around the turn in lane number 1, and going way up into the air is the Miller American in second place, but in lane number 1, and that is where Chip Hanauer has been all afternoon. He will have the Squire shop in the right place at the right time, that being on his outside hip, if indeed he can catch Tom DeEath going down the back chute. The Squire shop, first place, second place, Miller American going into the second turn. Here comes the Miller. Tom DeEath with another great start. I don't know if he took the first turn too tight or not, but in the meantime, he now has Chip Hanauer on the inside. Here come the two boats now down the main straightaway. Look how close they get. The Miller and the Squire. The Miller with a slight lead now, it appears, as they come down completing lap number 1. Speed for the Miller American, 133.7. For the Squire, 131.5. There's the 711 in third place. The Miller American taking over first place. Chip Hanauer trying to get victory number 21. Around the turn, swinging wider, forcing the Squire shop to go out wide. Now moving into lane number 1 is the 711 and Steve Reynolds. Let's see if he has the horsepower to bring it up now alongside the other two boats. You see Jack Schaefer in the Tempest. That is the first alternate boat replacing the Budweiser, which could not get started. We have gotten word from the Budweiser camp. A solenoid went dead on them and they were unable to start the turbine engine. Coming down now, completing lap number 2 is the Miller American. Speed, again, 133.4 miles per hour. Second place, the Squire shop. There is the perspective shot and the lead for the Miller American as they race away from the sunshine, heading for the Tower Bridge here on the Columbia River. A 2.5-mile course, and Hanauer in first place ahead of Tom DeEath in the Squire shop, and Steve Reynolds in the 711. Look how high the right spots and got up into the air, much like the Budweiser did in Heat 2B. Steve Reynolds still with about 85% of the total horsepower that he'd like to have, more like 100%, and he'd be up there with the rest of the boats. But in the meantime, here is the Frank Kenney Unlimited with Milner Irvin making his first final of 1986. Again around the bridge turn and down the back chute. Andy Coker doing a great job. First time he sat in this boat since San Diego in 1985 when he drove this boat for the Madison people. The Miller American in first place. Again, the choppy water of the west turn, racing into the sunshine and now away, and the checkered flag awaiting. Chip Hanauer, victory number 21, his third in 1986. The Miller American, slight damage on the tailpipe, is the winner here in Tri-Cities. Second place, the Squire shop, and Tom DeEath out of Detroit. So the key here for the Miller American is the fact that they have cut away at that big lead for the Budweiser in national points. Now it is just over 500 points, so they're nipping at the Budweiser tail. Let's go down to the winner's circle. Well, the Miller crew poking a little fun at their driver after Hanauer rammed the dock in Detroit after winning the Gold Cup.
All right, Chip, way to go. Congratulations. It was a tough one, too. You got some damage there.
Yeah, we had a problem in the first corner, and I had a problem, and then I had to make a problem for Steve. So I hope Steve's okay.
Well, nevertheless, you look at the national points, and they're important. You're down to only, what, 530 points behind the Bud now.
Yeah, we had some rotten luck. You know, in Miami, we didn't get a single point, and then last week, or in Evansville, we had a hole in the boat, and they won the race, but we're barking at them now.
What were you thinking when you were out there and all of a sudden no Budweiser?
Well, I kept watching for him, you know, and I think I saw the cowling go up on it, and I thought maybe that might be it. So we needed a break to make the points race interesting, and they gave it to us. On the other hand, you know, that's not how you like to beat Jim Kropiell, but he got to win a few without us, so I'll take one without him.
Third win of the year for you. Congrats, Chip.
Oh, thanks. We're real happy. It's just been a real difficult year, a real trying year on everybody individually, personally. We've all learned a lot about ourselves, and I think this team's going to be good.